Welcome to Chapter 12. This is our final chapter in the course. We're going to be learning about pediatric dosages. There are several things we have to be careful about because a slight mistake in a pediatric dose can be deadly. So we're always going to need to be determining whether a pediatric dose is within a safe dose range. We're going to double check the arithmetic every single time. We're going to talk about how to calculate pediatric oral and parenteral dosages based on body weight. We're going to calculate pediatric oral and parenteral dosages based on body surface area. And we're going to perform calculations necessary for administering medications using a volume control chamber and calculate daily fluid maintenance. There's not a whole lot that is new in here. It's the same kind of mathematics we've been doing. It's just a slightly different context. Something else to remember is that most often, but not always, we're going to truncate or round down every time. Okay, remember in chapter 1 we talked about rounding off, which was normal rounding, and then there was rounding down. So what this means is if you get, for example, 37.8, whereas if you were normally rounding, rounding off, we would bump, because this is larger than 5, we're going to go up to 38, sorry. Here we're going to go down to 37. This happens almost all the time. Different places have different rules. You need to make sure you know the rules of the institution where you're working, but this happens a lot in pediatric medicine. Okay, kids often need to have oral medications. That's a particular kind of measuring spoon. And there are some droppers to make sure you've measured correctly. And here is our first problem. Okay, so we have been ordered 30 milligrams per kilogram every 6 hours. Read the label below. The child weighs 38 kilograms. How many milliliters of the drug will you administer to this child? Okay, well, if you look right here, it says 200 milligrams per 5 milliliters. So this is the strength of the drug. I'm going to start off by writing down what the order was. I have 30 milligrams per 1 kilogram. Our child weighs 38 kilograms, so I want kilograms to cancel out. So I put 38 kilograms over 1. My kilograms are going to cancel out. I'm asked for milliliters. Now I'm going to use the strength of this drug. I want the milligrams to cancel out, so I'm going to put the 200 on the bottom. And put the 5 milliliters in the top. Okay. Now our milligrams cancel out. If you multiply straight across, 30 times 38 times 5, you get 5,700. And our units are milliliters. And then in the bottom we have 1 times 1 times 200. So now you do 5,700 divided by 200, and you get 28.5 milliliters. So in this case, based on this child's weight, we should administer 28.5 milliliters. Okay. The next pages, you can see where they work it. And we go through the same kind of process. They end up doing the cross cancellation and ending up with 28.5. If you look here, we wrote the things in a different order, but we did exactly the same problem. Okay.